All right, BA here. And yes, we are going to talk about psychedelic drug stocks, the next asymmetric bet that I'm going to be focusing on. What drew me to the psychedelic drug stocks was I started noticing a lot of buzz in some of the niche free newsletters that I get, a couple of mentions here and there, nothing serious. I dug a little deeper. I found out there's some of the same venture capital magnates, these big guys that have been right all along on the internet. Same guys that are big into backing some of these crypto projects that we're invested in, are the same guys invested are getting in early on these psychedelic drug stock. So what do these things do for those of you that may not have read through the email I sent out? So the psychedelic drug stocks are trying to and have success in treating depression, anxiety, and addictions. So they've had a lot of really good clinical trial test results. These things have not been fully adopted. There's a lot of characteristics in these psychedelic drug stocks that look a lot like crypto. A lot of potential. They haven't been adopted yet. What we're playing for is adoption of these things. It's an asymmetric bet. Again, like I said, we're trying to take dimes and turn them into dollars. We're doing the opposite of what everybody else is trying to do in the market. We want to bet a little bit to make a lot. That's what our game is. Again, I want to strongly emphasize this. I expect to lose everything I put into this. And like I said in my little email, if I double my money, I'll be happy. If I 10x it, that's what I'm shooting for. So anyway, what I'm going to do in this video is show you some of the stocks that I'm going to be accumulating. This operation will start from me Monday. And let me see, Monday is the 12th, July 12th, 2021, in case you have to look back at this, a year from now. I'll be buying stock. I will be using options long term. This is 2 to 4 years for me to see if this comes through. We're trying to pull decades worth of gains that people attempt to get in a lifetime. We're trying to do that in 2 to 4 years. With these types of asymmetric bets, that's the cornerstone of what we're doing. That's all I really look for when I'm not short-term trading, is long-term asymmetric bets. And again, 2 to 4 years. Just to give you some examples of, 5 years ago, I started buying lots of penny stocks, putting a small amount of money in. I've held those for 5 years. I had more than 120, 130. I've got less than 20 right now. I've been peeling all of those off for profits this year. All that money went into crypto investments. So now we'll start another gig with psychedelic drug stocks. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the ones I'm interested in. I'm just going to show you the charts, talk a little bit about it. And I'll keep you posted as we move along about what I'm doing. But I will be starting positions in some of these next week. All right, first one we're going to take a look at is Mind Medicine. MNMD, Mike November, Mike Delta. All right, so these are weekly charts. And here we see we've got 352, nice little huge run up, low of 8 cents. It's up to 352. It doesn't bother me at all that it's run up. It's still at that price. None of these have been adopted yet. This is all speculation that everything's going to come in. These things will go much higher, much higher if it works out. And again, could go to zero. Just make sure you understand that. So we're in a very good consolidation pattern right here after a huge run up. All right, so that interests me right there. MNMD. And their experimental therapy is called Project Lucy. And what they're trying to do, they're going after trying to treat depression, attention deficit, and addiction. So that's their shtick. That's what they're looking for. Any success in that, where they can if these treatments completely turn around the treatments currently being administered, which are almost as worse as the symptoms themselves. If you've read anything about the treatments for depression and the side effects and anxiety and these addiction treatments that people just, the failure rates are high. If these guys crack the code on this, much like Regeneron did in the early days, much like Vertex did with some of their breakthrough technologies using methods that nobody thought would work, nobody was trying, and that's what these companies are doing right here. So if they're right, we're going to make a lot of money. If they're wrong, we'll lose what we put into them. We're not going to put a lot in, so no big deal. Okay, MNMD. Let's look at the next one. Compass Pathways. This right here is Peter Thiel is early investor in Compass Pathways. So Peter Thiel is very successful venture capitalist, hardly ever wrong. I guess having billions of dollars to work with, hundreds of billions probably. He's into everything that eventually works out. So I don't mind telling you that I'm following a very successful guy on something like this. We're in a good area right here. I'll probably build positions with options on CMPS, and let's see what they're doing. I'm on another screen right here, just checking out what their claim to fame is. Yeah, they're primarily going after depression. So it seems like they have a focus on depression treatment. And again, all you have to do is crack the code on one of these to be able to, just mint money. Next one we're going to take a look at, Field Trip Health. Man, that one just sounds like it's I'll eventually get it right here. There we go, Field Trip Health. All right, so Field Trip Health. Looks like they're going after the same groups of. All of these are focusing on those things I initially start out with: depression, anxiety, addiction, that type. Field trips, no different. I was trying to read to see if there's anything that stood out, but nothing really does. These guys have not been listed on NASDAQ yet. If they were, that could be a pump unto itself. So you can see low back here, 187. They're at 550. These guys already had run-ups, but again, if they crack the code on this, if it, some of the rumors, not rumors, but some of the things I've read is that there's a high probability that the FDA is going to approve the VA to be able to use psychedelic drug treatment therapy. If that comes to fruition right there, VA will be one of the largest buyers of this right out of the gate. And whoever that is that they bag for that is going to probably just soar. I don't know which ones that would be. That would be nice to know, but anyway, let's take a look at another one here. This one's rallying pretty good from 3 cents up to 270. It's busting a move as we speak. Cybin, let's see. So they're going after depression as well, and it looks like at least 4 of the scientific studies that these guys have undergone have produced significantly positive results in treating anxiety and depression over current methods. So these guys are also, they'll be going through, if you're not familiar with how biotech and pharmaceutical companies operate, these guys go through huge booms and busts based on FDA approval, clinical trials, and so forth. So, that's why I'll be building positions in multiple of these companies right here, just to insulate myself from that, from the likelihood of having everything in one and a clinical trial fail and then you're out on everything. So LKYSF. All right, here's one for 82 cents. Luminous Wellness. Let's see what they do. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Well, I can tell you that's probably a large component of the VA's treatment for veterans. So, going after PTSD, could be this could be one. Let me see. I think that's it. That's all the ones I have on my list right here, guys. So anyway, hey, I just wanted to bring this to you. It's just like crypto. We don't know how it's going to play out. We believe the narrative will play out to the upside. These stocks here for psychedelic drug treatments fall in the same category as crypto. All it would take is for these things to be adopted, for the FDA to ratchet up the category, how they look at these companies, and then it would be Katie bar the door. So we're early on all of this, could be way early. That's why I just start building positions in them. I don't put everything in on one fell swoop. I'll just be building as we go. Huge drops I'll add, same as crypto. I'll be probably active in these every week, just like I am in the crypto markets. So anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. This is BA out.